Okay, before we begin trying to graph this linear system, notice that 6 divides into every coefficient here. So if I divide both sides by 6, the inequality looks, the numbers are smaller, it's simpler. So we have 2x minus y is bigger than or equal to 4. And the second inequality, similarly, we can simplify by dividing every coefficient by 2, dividing every coefficient in half. So we end up with 2y is bigger than or equal to x minus 4. So these are the same solution set. These new inequalities have the same exact solution sets as the old ones do, but the numbers are smaller and easier to work with. Okay, so to graph the solution set of the system of linear inequalities, we start by graphing the first of the two linear inequalities. And to begin graphing that, we start by graphing the bounding line, 2x minus y equals 4. And to graph that line, we need 2 points that are on the line. Now if x is 0, then y must be negative 4, since the opposite of negative 4 equals 4. And on the other hand, if y is equal to 0, then it's 2 times 2 makes 4. So we have the 2 points, we need to graph that line. The y-intercept is at negative 4, and the x-intercept is at 2. So our line looks something like this. And we have to decide which side of that line to shade. So we go to the original inequality here and see 2x minus y, is that bigger than or equal to 4 when x is equal to 0 and y is also 0? And the left side becomes 0 then. 0 is not bigger than 4. So the answer to our question, is the origin shaded? It is a resounding no. It is not. Okay, so it's the side opposite the origin that's shaded for this first line. So it's everything down here. So we've finished graphing the first of our two linear inequalities. And now let's start graphing the second one. So now we're going to graph the linear inequality. 2y is bigger than or equal to x minus 4. So we have the same two-step process that we had earlier. So to begin with, we have to graph the bounding line 2y equals x minus 4. And so to graph this line, we need 2 points that are on the line. And if x is equal to 0, then 2 times y is negative 4, so y must be negative 2, because 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And if y is equal to 0, then this is 0 here, and 4 minus 4 would make the other side equal 0. So those are the 2 points we need to graph this line. So if x is 0, y is negative 2, so the y-intercept is right here at negative 2 for this line. And then the x-intercept is 4, 0, so 3. Here's 4, 0. So this line looks like this. Now we have to decide which side of that line must we shade in order to graph the second of our two linear inequalities. So we simply substitute the value x equals 0 and y equals 0 into the equation 2y greater than or equal to x minus 4. So we substitute in 0 for x and 0 for y, and we wonder, is 0 bigger than or equal to 0 minus 4? And yes, it is. So that's the answer to the question. Is the origin shaded? Yes, it is. So the origin side of our second line is shaded. And remember, the solution set to the linear system is the overlap of both of the solution regions. So looking at this, you can see that that consists of everything along this bounding line, and everything along this bounding line, and everything in between in this little wedge. So this is the solution set going on and on like that to our system of linear inequalities.